So today we had another episode of Smackdown, and this episode started with the WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre coming out, and he says some random stuff, and you're just waiting for someone to interfere at this point, right? So somebody does interfere, and it's Randy Orton. Now Randy Orton, let me tell you, is a person who's involved in the tournament that's gonna be held to determine the number one contender, and that person is gonna face McIntyre at the Rumble. So he faces the Miz afterwards for that, and he beats the Miz in less than 5 minutes. I don't know why. I don't know why the fuck they're doing this to the Miz, man. I really don't understand this. But I will point out, man. I will point out. When Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton were just arguing about nonsense, Randy Orton mentioned that, oh, I've beaten you before for this title, I'm gonna do it again and all that. And it's just a very typical, I'm gonna beat you and you're gonna beat me promo. Jacob Fatu comes in and Drew McIntyre makes a run. The WWE champion, who's fucking built like a Greek god, runs away from a short, fat Samoan. What the fuck? He won the title last week and he looked like a fucking bitch when he was winning the title as well, during that entire match if we're being honest. Now this week, the champion runs away from a short, fat Samoan. Why? Why, man? Why can't you just book your fucking champion properly? Just because he's a heel doesn't mean he has to run away from stupid fuckheads like Jacob Fatu, man. It's not believable. I was like, man, why the fuck is this guy running away from Jacob Fatu? He's twice the size of Jacob Fatu, man. He's twice the fucking size. And he's a better looking person as well. Like, I don't know what's happening here. Anyway, Randy Orton versus The Miz happens. Randy Orton kicks out of the fucking skull-crushing finale like it's nothing. Like it's fucking nothing, man. He kicks out of it. And then he gives him an RKO and wins the match. So that's that. That's just it. The Miz has been very to the point where there is no returning anymore. After that we have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Julia and Kiana James. Kiana James takes the pin. And then I don't exactly remember what happens, but Nia Jax and Lash Legend, they just come in. Looking absolutely atrocious, by the way. Dare I mention. And they start beating Charlotte Flair. I don't know, I think Alexa Bliss is probably knocked out when that happens. And it's for the better, man. Like, I don't know. How can you possibly make anybody believe that Alexa Bliss can take on Nia Jax? It's just impossible. Now, I do think that they have had matches before. And Alexa has won some of those matches as well. I don't exactly remember how they did that though. I don't think they even tried to. They just probably presented them as equals. And this women's tag team division, I've talked about it before. It's just complete nonsense, man. After that we have Cody Rhodes, who gets booed, man. This guy has already fucking started getting booed. Unfucking believable. And then he says some stuff like, oh, well, this city deserves a WrestleMania. And then the crowd starts fucking cheering. Fickle. And then something happens, man. Something happens that should have happened a long time ago as far as I'm concerned. Cody Rhodes declares for the Rumble. He's gonna be the first entrant. Now I don't know if that means he's gonna be entry number 1 or if it means that he's the first person to declare that he's an entrant. I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting if he's the first entrant and he kind of like does a mini gauntlet or something where he just throws people out before the next one can come in or something like that. That's gonna be interesting actually. I don't mind seeing that. Like, of course, all those people have to be jobbers, man. Actually, if he does that, right, he throws off a bunch of people. He's waiting in the ring. The buzzer goes off and it's Chris Jericho. That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be way too AEW because on one hand we have these guys and then CM Punk's also the world champion. It's just too much AEW. Jade Cargill's there as well. A lot of AEW, you know. But it's gonna be a nice moment nevertheless. Trick Williams takes on Matt Cardona, and Matt Cardona is back to being a jobber. It was just 1 week where he defeated Kit Wilson, and unfortunately for Matt Cardona, Kit Wilson also turned out to fucking be really over all of a sudden, for no reason. So the one guy he was able to be is now more over than him. So it's very unfortunate, but he got his job back in WWE, so that's just that. He loses to Trick Williams. Matt Cardona's finisher, even now, is called the Rough Rider, even though he's not Zack Ryder anymore. So I don't know why that's happening, but he's using Rough Rider. It's still called the same thing. After the match, Kit Wilson comes out and Kit Wilson throws Matt Cardona on the steel steps. And everybody's cheering, man. Everybody's cheering for this shit. Then Jacob Fatu attacks Kit Wilson Everybody boos that. Cody and Jacob Fatu start fighting, so that happens. No one cares, man. No one cares about Jacob Fatu. I don't think so. Some people have been gaslit into believing that this guy's fucking worth anything, but he's not, man. He's just not. No one cares about this type of stuff. After that, we have Damian Priest and Solo Sikoa. It's for the fucking #1 contendership tournament. They have a fight. You already know Solo Sikoa is not winning. Like, look at the guy, man. I'm just so sick of these Samoans, to be honest. I am, man. I really am. All these guys, you know they can't beat anybody except for maybe Roman Reigns. You know, none of them can actually last in a real fight. They have a fight, the Y6 interferes, and again, that stupid fucking lantern is a part of the equation. Long story short, Damian Priest beats Solo Sikoa because of distraction from the Wyatt family, the Wyatt 6, whatever the fuck. Damian Priest, man, I don't know. He's a Smackdown guy. He's a Smackdown guy, you know. There is nothing more to him. He's never gonna main event anything. He's just a Smackdown guy. And beating him is worth something, you know. He's not a jobber or anything. So beating him is worth something. He's a Smackdown guy. That's his fucking ceiling as far as I'm concerned. He's already won the world title once as well, so this is it, man. This is it. After that, we have Carmelo Hayes with this US title open challenge, which is answered by Leon Slater. Now, who the fuck is this guy? It's just the same stuff, man. First name, last name, and oh, I can wrestle well. That's it. So Carmelo Hayes beats Leon Slater. Carmelo Hayes now I think is a babyface, so that's why he's probably doing these open challenges, which is fine. It's a match, man. It's just one of those fucking matches, you know, where everybody's doing moves and it's just there is nothing more to it. So Carmelo Hayes wins the match, and we proceed to the next segment, which is Jordan Grace versus Chelsea Green. Jordan Grace beats the living crap out of Chelsea Green, who's the US champion right now, mind you, right? She's the mid-card champion. She gets beaten up in like fucking less than 5 minutes, I think. It's not a very long match. It's basically a squash match. She gets beaten up, and then Jade Cargill, who's sitting next to the announcers, gets up and they have a confrontation. So the United States champion was used in a segment to push the girl who is having a second match on the main roster. Jordan Grace and Jade Cargill are gonna fucking have a fight maybe 3 months down the line. I think it's a WrestleMania match that they're gonna happen. So they're gonna have these segments for, I don't know, maybe another 3 months, and then they're gonna have a match at WrestleMania, so watch out for that. It's not gonna be a bad match, I don't think so, but maybe Jordan Grace could have been booked a little better, pushed a little more for this to happen. So on her debut, she already had the confrontation or a face down with Jade Cargill, which I don't think makes much sense. Anyway, we're gonna see that, and I am assuming Jordan Grace is gonna win. I don't think she should. Quite frankly, I think Jade Cargill just needs to continue holding the title for a while. And the main event and the most exciting match of today was Sami Zayn versus Ilya Dragunov, which tells me that most likely Sami Zayn's winning the fucking tournament, you know. It's very, very likely that that's gonna happen. The fact that this was the main event, we had a match with fucking Randy Orton and The Miz, but despite that, this is the main event. They're really treating Sami Zayn like he's some sort of a big deal. I think he's going to win the tournament, and he's obviously not going to win the title at Royal Rumble. He might enter the Rumble, I don't fucking know. But you have to keep in mind, man, like, the Rumble is in Saudi Arabia, so they have to have Sami Zayn win the fucking tournament at least, so that he can fight for the title. They have to at least give that, you know? They do that type of stuff, right? So, Sami Zayn beats Ilya Dragunov in the main event of Smackdown. And after that, you're going to have a fatal 4-way at Saturday night's main event 1 week from now. So that's going to happen. I am assuming Sami Zayn's going to win. And it's going to be a match between Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn, who no one's going to give a fuck about because we already know who's going to win. So that's what we are looking at here, man. Overall, this show, there wasn't much to it. There was always something to look forward to because Cody Rhodes declared himself for the Rumble. It's the Rumble season really now. So there was that. Drew McIntyre showed up as a champion for the first time in front of the people. It's his first entrance as a champion in front of the people today, you know? And then we had the fucking 4 matches for the #1 contender tournament, so there was some stuff going on. But aside from that, the mid-card is just fucking boring, man. They need to stop those US title open challenges because nobody gives a fuck, quite frankly. But it was just a show, man. It was whatever. I'm just waiting for the Rumble at this point.